This week's book is The Perfect Wife. I read this book because it was our anniversary. I'm not a perfect wife. I totally thought that this book was going to be a paint-by-numbers sort of thriller, and I'm really glad that I was really wrong. The first thing you should know about this book, though, is that it is written in a couple different narrative ways. So we have some second person perspective, which is like, you are doing this, you are doing that, your name is Abby, you feel this way, which some people can find off-putting. The other part of this book is written in like a Greek chorus. We saw what was happening. One of us thought of this. One of us did this. We. And so it's an interesting dichotomy between the you and the we, and we don't get into an I until later, but I won't spoil that for you because this is a spoiler-free review. So if you have trouble with that, as well as with two different storylines that eventually interconnect, but are definitely taking place, two timelines that are taking place at two separate times, then this might be a little bit, but I think that it's written in a way that it's easy to follow. I didn't have any trouble figuring out where in time we were or who was talking once the rules of the world were established. But there are some big ethical, moral questions that are being raised in the framework of this exciting story. So we're never really getting preached at or anything, but we are being asked to consider some pretty cool things. I can't give too much away because I don't want to spoil it, but I'll say that I was compelled to keep reading as I went. There are some couple of big shifts that happen, and it made it really enjoyable. I definitely recommend this book. It looks longer than it is. It was an enjoyable read. It kept me interested. And one thing I can say is that J.P. Delaney has written an autistic character extremely well. In this case, it's an autistic child, and it was handled extremely well. I really liked the ending of this book, and I can't tell you why because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was super worth it at the end. It definitely moved me while being kind of creepy. So if you would like a little bit more in-depth but still spoiler-free review, you can check out my blog at KayliaMetcalfe.com. I talk about atmosphere, writing style, plot, characters, entertainment value, all of that kind of stuff. But the TLDR version, the TikTok and Instagram version is, it was a really fun book. I'm really glad I read it, and I think that if what I've said sounds interesting to you, you should read it too. Read the book, read the book, read the book.